Imagine painting a masterpiece with your eyes closed. That's exactly what Maya did, not because she was reckless, but because she was lost. At 24, her canvas was blank, her dreams distant echoes, and her world noisy with doubt. Born in a small town where art was seen as a hobby, not a career, Maya faced skepticism from every corner: family, friends, even herself. Her sculptures gathered dust, her sketches were tucked away, and the art school rejections piled up like unopened letters. But Maya's story isn't about failure. It's about how she transformed every closed door into a new path. When traditional routes shut her out, Maya didn't stop painting. She changed how she painted. Instead of chasing galleries, she started painting stories from her own life, raw and unfiltered, capturing emotions she never dared to show. Each brushstroke was a conversation with her fears, each color a step toward healing. She painted her anxiety as a stormy sea, her hope as a fragile boat, and as she shared these pieces on social media, something remarkable happened. Strangers connected. They saw their own struggles mirrored in her art. Facing the obstacle of invisibility, Maya employed an unconventional strategy. She turned vulnerability into her signature style. She invited viewers into her studio through live streams, showing not just finished pieces, but the messy, imperfect process. She didn't hide the moments of doubt or the failed attempts. She celebrated them. This transparency built a community, a tribe of fellow dreamers who found strength in her honesty. The breakthrough came when a small independent magazine discovered her work online. They featured her story, not just her art. Suddenly, Maya's narrative of persistence and authenticity resonated beyond her local town. Galleries that once ignored her now reached out, but Maya chose carefully, aligning with spaces that valued her message over mere aesthetics. The transformation wasn't just external. Through this journey, Maya discovered that success isn't a final destination, but a series of courageous steps forward. She learned that embracing uncertainty fuels creativity, and that true connection comes from sharing your imperfect self. What can you take from Maya's story? First, redefine failure, not as the end, but as feedback. When doors close, look for windows or cracks to slip through. Second, authenticity is magnetic. Show your real process, your struggles, and your growth. People crave genuine stories, not polished perfection. Third, build your community by inviting others into your journey. Support isn't just about applause, it's about shared resilience. So if you're standing in front of your blank canvas, overwhelmed or doubting, remember Maya's stormy sea and fragile boat. Start moving, even if you can't see the shore yet. Paint your story, not someone else's. The path may be unconventional, messy, and uncertain, but it's yours, and that is where true success begins. But Maya's journey didn't end there. As her community grew, so did her understanding of the power of art as a tool for connection and healing. She began collaborating with others who shared her vision, writers, musicians, and fellow artists, to create multimedia projects that spoke even louder than her solo pieces. These collaborations opened new doors, not just for exposure, but for deeper meaning. Through shared stories, Maya realized that everyone carries their own stormy seas and fragile boats, and together these narratives create a vast ocean of collective experience. Maya also started workshops, inviting people from all walks of life to pick up brushes and tell their own stories. The workshops weren't about technique, they were about expression, about finding a voice when words fail. In these sessions, Maya witnessed transformations, walls breaking down, tears turning into laughter, and strangers becoming friends. This ripple effect showed her that art could be a sanctuary, a place where vulnerability became strength, and where the act of creating itself was a form of courage. Financial struggles persisted, but Maya learned to navigate them with creativity. She diversified her income by selling prints, teaching online classes, and accepting commissions that aligned with her values. Each venture was a new brushstroke on her evolving canvas of life. She refused to compromise her authenticity for commercial gain, understanding that true success included integrity and purpose. Throughout her journey, Maya kept a journal, not just of her ideas, but of her fears and breakthroughs. Reading back, she saw how far she had come, from a young woman paralyzed by doubt to a confident artist who embraced uncertainty as a catalyst for growth. Her journal became a testament to resilience and a reminder that progress often happens in small, unseen steps. Maya's story also highlights the importance of mental health in the creative process. She learned to recognize when anxiety threatened to overwhelm her and developed rituals to center herself: morning walks, meditation, and moments of gratitude. These practices didn't eliminate challenges, but gave her tools to face them with grace. She openly shared this aspect of her life with her community, breaking the stigma around mental health and encouraging others to seek help and self-care. As Maya continued to evolve, she embraced new mediums and techniques, never allowing herself to be boxed in by expectation. She experimented with digital art, mixed media, and even performance art, always guided by the core of her story: authenticity and connection. This willingness to explore kept her work fresh and her passion alive. Looking back, Maya understood that the blank canvas she once feared was not a void, but a space of infinite possibility. Each stroke, whether bold or tentative, was an act of hope. Her journey teaches us that success is not measured by fame or fortune, but by the courage to keep creating, to keep sharing, and to keep believing in the power of our own stories. So what does Maya's journey invite you to do? It invites you to face your own blank canvas with bravery, to embrace your fears and transform them into art, whatever form that may take, to share your process, your struggles, and your triumphs with others, building a community where vulnerability is celebrated, to redefine failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, and most importantly, to remember that your story matters: imperfect, messy, and beautiful. In a world that often demands perfection and certainty, Maya's story is a beacon of hope. It reminds us that the most profound masterpieces are born not from flawless execution, but from the messy, courageous act of simply showing up and painting anyway. Your journey, like Maya's, is uniquely yours, and in that truth lies your greatest strength and your most authentic success.